this weekend. Both classes going down to the wire. This is how it should be. Emotional qualifying, thrilling eliminations. Join us, Sandpod Raceway. It's the VWDRC National Fun.
Well, we move on to VW Pro. Right, points battle between Graham Fairhead and Ed Keach, with James Hodson in the wings should either of them drop the ball. First pair though, Danielle Coppin. Oh, Danielle fourth in the points, had a quite decent year actually. Very, very good start at the Festival of Power. But out of a bit of a mare at the Sportsman National, otherwise she could have been up there. The dial-ins then, 12.50 for Ian, 12.17 for Danielle. $12.14 breakout for Danielle and a $12.94 the right side for Ian. All right, here's your points leader then, Graham Fairhead. The Misfit Type 3, dialing in 1060, and that's Paul Walklate looking for 1150 with the Caddy van. Issues there for Paul, but Graham Fairhead goes 10.72, and for the time being puts him in the number one spot. Here we go then, it is a continuation of qualifying here, and it is VW Pro. $12.20 for Ed Keach, takes the number one spot for the time being. Abby Tether goes in at number 3 with that $12.95 on that $12.77 dial-in. But Ed needs to score as many points as he can. All right, next pair then, Jake Fronda. But it's not Nino, the van that we know and love. It's a backup Golf. Going alongside James Gould with the Team Militia. I love this little Auto 1001 dial-in that plays 12.50. Oh, 9.94. Well, our James gets into the nines. 12.57 for Jake, though. Only 700ths off. Goes to number one, of course. Right, next pair. James Hodson and Dave Crowhurst. James dialing in 1080. Dave, 9.38. Dave trying to find gears as he's going along. Still goes 10.62. James goes 11.66. So James 6, Dave 7. Right, next up. Looks like Ollie's car, but just waiting for the boards. It is indeed Ollie Whitehouse with a normally broken Beetle. 1270 darling for Ollie. VW Sportsman, our last class to put in their first qualifiers to date. Right, Nigel Gregson has ditched his current car and has switched over to this Golf GTI, which he's called Golfy McGolfface. 13.57 on that 13.21. Right, Paul Robinson up next with the Audi TT. So still doing a bit of work on the slick tricks lane, so it's down to Paul Robinson on his own with the Audi TT. So target then for Paul, 14.71. Right, 14.71. Come on, Paul. He wears the number 1 with pride. Previous champion, of course, and the reigning champion in VW Sportsman. Goes 14.85. Right, dial in for Thomas. 18.10. Right, Tom approaching the stripe, gets a 18.36, goes into number 2 with that one. On that 18.10 dial-in. Right, Steve Metcalf then with the blue seal, 16.40. The dial-in for the Baja. $16.90 on a 16.40 dial-in there for Steve. But he wants a shout out to all the other Sportsman ET racers. Oh, consider that done, Steve. So Paul O'Donnell wants a 14.90. Nigel wants a 15.69. 13.93. Break up by nearly a second. But hello, Nigel Gregg. 15.69 with a 7. On a 15.69 dial-in, takes the number 1 spot. And that could be a little bit tricky to get around. There is space, but that was a super run there to take the number 1 spot. Okay, Steve Stone and Lorraine Large. Let's look at the dial-ins. 15 flat for Steve, 15.52 for Lorraine. Oh, 4 light for Lorraine. Steve Stone should get there first. So 15 flat, 15.52. 13.88 for Steve Stone. Lorraine, 15.28. That's a PB, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Way too quick. But they were happy days. And Steve Stone, 13.88. Goodness me, what's he been on? Right, next up, Jerry Sadler, Caitlin Wilson. So, two VW Beetles, different vintages, of course. Let's have a look at the dial-ins then. Jerry Sadler wants a 15.68. Caitlin Wilson, 17.27. Oh, 15.62 for Jerry goes a bit too quick, but nice one for Caitlin. 17.58. She goes number 4. All right, Phil Jones, Andrew Bambrick. Andrew Bambrick is your points leader coming into this one, but it's a good old battle between himself and Paul Robinson. The Darlings, Andrew, 13.43. Phil, 14.90. Or 13.50 for Andrew goes to number 2. Phil Jones goes to number 5 with that 15.18. Another one of our little lupos then. Not very often you get to see the car from the front, but that is called Danny Bean. And you've got Connor Jones, not with his Beetle, but he's got the backup car, the Passat Estate. Good side-on shot on the live stream as well there, as the two cars come up to the line. Well, neither of them getting off the line exactly how they wanted to. But it's all about the dial-ins. 14.40 for Danny, 17.13 for Connor. All right, 15.10 and a breakout for Connor. Bit too quick there, 16.94. Martin Ayton and Reese Taylor. I'm looking forward to an event where our VW sportsman racers actually turn up in the cars that they should be racing instead of backup vehicles. But that's the fortunate thing about VW Sports and VW Pro. If your main race car is broken, as long as you can get another car of the same mark, i.e. VW or Audi, Skoda, Seat, whatever, you can still take part. So Martin looking for 15.46, Reese 15 flat, and well, they both missed, but Martin was the closer with a 15.76, Reese 15.68. So just coming up to the line then. Polly dialing in 16.41, Karen looking for 15 flat. All right, 16.08 and 16.23. That's a breakout for Polly. A bit too quick there. And Karen will probably adjust her dial in to reflect 16.08 on a 15 dial. All right, so look at the dial-ins then. Reese Finney with the little Lupo, 16.90. Hazel Carter, 14.5. Oh, Hazel a little bit too keen to get things done there. Big cherry on the tree, but it doesn't matter. Clock's running. Can she hit that 14.50? 15.32, a little bit off. 17.17 for Reese goes to number 5. Hazel goes 13. Right, I do believe that is a wrap for Q1. Weather delay at the moment as those clouds were looming quite dark at the top end, but they're just making their presence felt over the track now. So we are on a weather hold, unfortunately. Fingers crossed this just blows over.
As we move into VW Pro.
All right, so first up then, Mr. Ed Keach.
And
Got a message from Ed.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. So many have come through.
What a good reaction time for Ed then. 0-1. He's looking for a 12.10. Abby Tether in the other lane.
Now, Ed has basically asked me to shout out to everybody that the Golf is for sale. The Tango Golf is up for sale as a roller. So we're going to take the engine out and everything. So if you fancy going VW racing, have a word with Ed. It's a well-sorted car. Just pop by and see him in the pits. And not only that, he just qualified. Well, he stayed number 2. Abby Tether stays number 4, running a 1388 compared to Ed's 1307. Right, Jake Frondor. What? Jake Frondor. I had a chat with Jake yesterday. Nino is having an engine rebuild with some new pistons and that. And he saw this online, this Golf, went to see it on Tuesday, and went and picked it up with the trailer on Wednesday, brought it to the track, and that's what he's running. Going alongside James Gould in the 9s yesterday. Comfortably so. What's he got today? 991, another new PB for Team Militia. Excellent job. Not only that, goes to number 1 on a 990 dial, goes 991, his quickest ever, and takes the top spot. Well done. 1285 there for Jake. Getting that Golf hard to move very nicely indeed.
Daniel Coppin and Graham Fairhead. Graham wearing the number 1 proudly on the car. Not too sure of the points.
Graham is your consummate champion.
Okay.
He has got a points lead over Ed Keach. It's these two fighting it out again. They fought it out last year, and Graham took the points lead at the end of the championship and obviously was crowned champion. So he wears the number 1. I'm not saying he's favourite, but he's got the points lead coming into this event. So let's see how it works out. He's qualified number 4. Starting in 1060, runs a 1058 with an 8, breaks out, goes a bit too quick because Danielle Coppin, though, goes to number 2. Right, let's have a look at qualifying. Right, Graham Fairhead, number 5. Ed is number 4. Oh, very close. Fair to say the championship is between those two. James Hodson, if the cards fell right completely for him, could sneak by, but he would need Graham to have an absolute mare, go out in round 1, and I think James would need to win it. Right, Dave Crayhurst and Ian Dale. 10 flat against 1250 on the dial-ins.
It was a lovely looking launch from Dave Crowhurst.
Nice looking reaction time as well.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that.
Now, is this going to be a 9.6?
Not going to be a 10.
Oh, 10
it is.
That
moves him up to number 2 spot.
He knows what he's doing better than we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10.02 on a 10 flat. Nicely done, Dave. Up to number 2. Ian Dale, 13.16. Right, Luke Stevenson with the Unicorn Solution. Spent some time over at Speed Racers with Gordon. Getting the car all set up. 1250 is the dial-in for Luke. And it's James Hodson with the Mark II Golf, 1080 dial-in.
Well, that was a lovely launch from James then. He's going to get to the finish line first. 11.2 on a 1080 dial-in. Which means that's not going to be a 12.4, Luke. No, 15.9.
Well, it started off promising, but not quite sure what the issue was with Luke there.
I'll blame the
I'm going
driver.
to hazard a. You blame the driver. I'm going to hazard a guess at gears, but as to what?
Now that has got to be the fastest electric dialing I've ever seen. 8.28 for the Blackcurrant Beetle in the slick tricks lane.
That is an insane dial-in. Saw the roll in last night. Actually, you weren't here at all yesterday.
No.
Going alongside Ollie Whitehouse. Good to see Ollie back here as well. He's looking for an 11:30.
That's a 135 60 foot, and that thing is gone. Oh my days. Over to the finish line goes 8:35,
Yes.
162 mile an hour.
Nice opener, gang. Very, very nice opener.
VW Sportsman.
Right, this is our last class to do their Q2 runs. After this, it will be Pro ET. Qualifying session number 3.
So, Danny Bean with the Lupo, 14.40. Paul Robinson with the TT looking for a 14.80. Lots of wheel spin off the line for the little Lupo. Oh, and I've just noticed 006 line for Paul Robinson. He's awake this morning. Lupo goes 13.81.
What?
Well, they've missed that slightly.
I think a miss is as good as a mile, really. Goodness me. 6/10 under his dial in there. Right, John Gallant with the Takacat 2. This must be number 3 then, because that's not the Sirocco with the lovely wheels that everybody comments on. So yeah, he's got the TT with him today. And Jerry Sadler with the blue Action Beetle. Hi to Emma, of course.
Is there something with the TT drivers today? It's a 003 light from John. If he runs a 16 flat now, that'd be amazing. Oh no, he's missed it by a mile as well.
Yeah,
15.52.
Half a second breakout again. Mind you, Jerry goes too quick as well, but only by 200ths. So yeah, breakout central here.
I think the giveaway was probably the fact that he was in front.
Dare I say it, but there seems to be more Audi TTs than anything in VW Sportsman. There's another one. Polly Judge. Going alongside Tom Circuit. $16.41 dial-in, plays an 18.13. That means Tom will run a 17.6. Looking at the way it's all worked out at the moment. Oh, God, apologies if he does, but no, I think Tom... Well, let's just see.
It was a meaningful launch. Another TT driver pushing the tree. That was a 0.1 red, unfortunately, for Polly. So Polly over the line goes 17.46 and an 18.19. The correct side of the number for Tom Circuit there.
Well, I don't know what all the hashtags mean on the back of Steve Metcalf's beat, but he's put hashtag ramp, hashtag and ADWho, and hashtag wasps.
Well,
Obviously means something, but I haven't got a clue myself. Going alongside Nigel Gregg with the Turpitz Audi A6.
I do like the way that Steve's got his exhaust right up in the air. Makes it look like it's got a little tail.
Yeah, it's actually a parasol base, actually, when he's in the pits.
So an 01 light for Steve. He's looking for a 16.40, which means he's probably got to run a 15 something.
15.75, 16.46. Nigel Gregg obviously retains that number 1, but Steve Metcalf 10 to number 3. And another Audi TT for you.
But also another Lupo. I want a head count here actually for TTs and Lupos.
I think you'll find the TTs are going to win that. Not by much, but they will. So Reese Finney dialing in 16.92. Paul O'Donnell 13.9.
Unfortunately, rolling through stage, so she unfortunately, or he, sorry, won't be near the dial-in. But Reese looking for a 16.92. If Paul hits the number now, that'd be impressive.
There's no way he was going to do that. Not with a 3.5 second 60 foot.
Oh, I didn't even see. I know he'd rolled through, but I didn't realise he'd sat there.
Yeah.
So Reese 17.21 and a 16 dial-in. Stays number 6. So I definitely know one of these is a diesel. I don't know if the other one is as well. Steve Stone and Reese Taylor. That'll be just the one diesel then. So Reese looking for a 15.00. Steve looking for a 13.71. Now either Reese is flying or Steve's going slowly. Steve was going slowly. 15.43 for Reese. And a 15.70 for Steve. And that is Caitlin Wilson looking for a 17.27 with the misdemeanor Havoc Beetle. And Phil Jones with the Dragon Wagon. He's looking for a 14.90. Your number 7 and your number 9 qualifiers at the minute.
Phil drops number 8 as Caitlin moves from 9 to 5 with that one. 1740 on that 727 dial-in. Phil Jones' car started breathing a little bit heavily at the stripe.
I've just seen the name of the golf.
Yeah, we picked that up yesterday, but we do like it. It's Golfy McGolfface of Nigel Gregson.
I like his little sign as well. Drag racing for the eradication of seemingly incurable sadness.
All right, Andy Brambrick with the Mark II.
Oh, so that's got a VR6 in it.
Yeah.
Ooh. 13.43 and a 13.21.
$13.52 for Golfy and $13.44 on a 13.43 dial-in for Andrew Bambrick. There goes up to number 2. Nicely done. Oh, Hazel Carter, I like the ghosting on the dial-in there. That looks really cool.
How have they done that?
I don't know how they've done that.
That's cool, that is. It looks like a neon, doesn't it?
Yeah. Neon dial-in on the back window of Hazel Carter's Patricia the Passat. Going
what.
alongside Lorraine Large.
If you were to really do that, that'd take a lot of forward planning, wouldn't it? Red light doesn't matter for Hazel. She's looking for a 14.50. A 15.00 for Lorraine.
That is a stout number to aim for Lorraine. What is she going to give us, though? 15.64. What were you thinking, a 15 flat? What was the thought process in that? It wasn't going to run 15 flat. Oh, dear. If it was me, I'd have dialed in a 15.64. And I'd have put an 8 on the end just for a laugh and hit it perfectly.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
That's the way you do it.
Now, the man who's definitely never lost his car in a field, Jordan Clark.
Unless he hides behind the diesel smoke, of course.
Oh, yeah.
95 dialing against Karen's 15 flat. 14.16 and 15.70. Jordan slots in at number 7 there.
I think that's one extra TT over the Lupos.
Martin Ayton and Connor Jones. Yeah, both of these two not in their normal race cars. Martin with the Homer's Revenge backup Polo, and Connor Jones, he's managed to disguise his 69 Beetle as a Passat estate.
That's good going, that is.
That is
I
remarkable.
I can't see any Beetle in that.
Yeah, the badge.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's it.
So 15.49 breakout for Martin. Connor, nicely done. The right side, 17.03, goes from 21 to 7. Right, that is a wrap for Q2. Sorry.
As we move into VW Pro. Dave Crowhurst in the Slitrix lane. Made a lovely run earlier. 10.02 on a 10 flat dialing, which he is sticking with. And Graham Fairhead currently in number 7. With the fastback in the Kestrel beer lane. How tight is the fight for the championship?
What, in VW Pro? It's between Graham Fairhead and Ed Keach, basically.
So is it whoever goes further will win the championship between
Pretty
them two
much.
then? Yeah, okay.
But then Graham Fairhead is in the lead. 10.13 for Dave. Graham goes 10.66.
So you've seen number 1 in points, and here is number 2 in
Yeah,
points.
that's right.
That is, of course, Ed Keach in the Kestrel beer lane looking for a 12.10. Abby Tether.
Yeah, it's 150 points difference between Graham and Ed at the moment.
Qualifying and around at the minute then.
Yeah.
Well, I think the way they're qualified, it'll be 2 rounds.
Oh,
for Ed.
Abby moves up to 4. Ed drops a spot to number 7. But yeah, they're neck and neck in the qualifying basically. So the qualifying ain't going to make a difference at the moment. Yeah, so basically Ed needs to go 2 rounds further to take the title. But if they both go out round 1 and James Hodson wins the event and qualifies well, you never know. But need to get round this guy. This is James Gould, number 1 qualifier with the Team Relisha altered. Now it looks like just like a funny car without a body, but if you go and have a look at it closely, there is side panels and everything, so it has got forms of body on there. Going alongside Jake Fronder, a car he picked up earlier this week, as Nienor was not going to be ready, the engine having a rebuild. So yeah, it's actually his wife's car, but this is what he's running this weekend. Dials at 12.45. James Dials a 9.90 again.
He's not going to be far off. 9.91 again. Oh my days.
He should have gone to 9.91 with a dial, and that's 2 in a row. Well done. Nicely done, team.
A huge breakout for Jake Fronder. 12.5.
12.02 with golf. Wow.
I think he may.
He said he had a couple of tunes on it, but
I was going to say I think he may have had a fiddle with a tune on that one.
it's a drag race, or whatever do you expect it to do between rounds? Well, no, I think I'll fettle with this bit. That's outstanding. 35,000-mile road golf. Whoa.
Whoa, look at that.
Ian Dale packed the trampoline this weekend underneath the front wheels. Right, Danielle Coppin, number 3 at the moment. Can she move up? No, but she goes into the 11s. Wow.
That's just a goal far as well.
Yep. That's 2 of them that have just gone one quicker.
Whoa.
Right, James Hodson. But that's the thing with these modern Golfs and that. They are seriously quick cars if you can tune them. And it's, bizarrely, a lot of it's on the electronics and different maps and stuff like that. But then obviously you have various stages of tune. It's a bit like Gran Turismo. You stage tune your cars, don't you?
Well, James's dialing has noticeably dropped. He broke out last time by about half a second. 10.95, he's going to go 11 flat. That's
That'll
not
do.
too bad.
That'll do. That'll move him up.
Issues for Luke again, unfortunately. Yeah, James moves up to the number 4 spot. Luke actually does move up to the number 12 spot.
Right, I am intrigued to see what Current Racing can do here. Going alongside Ollie Whitehouse. But the dial is 8.28 for Sam Young. They went 8.35 earlier on.
Oh, a little bit of
a
wheel
wiggle
spin.
there.
But he's back on the power. It won't be an 828, but it will be an 891, 160 mile an hour. That's good mile an hour from an electric car. The 13.73 for Ollie Whitehouse. VW Sportsman.
Never ever discount a Huxley. You do that at your peril. They are good.
So, one of my gang, one of the Lupo gang, Thomas Circuit with Harold the Lupo. 18.18 is the dialing for him. Nigel Gregg with the Audi A6. 15.65 is the dialing for him. Do you ever fancy having a go in your Audi?
No, because I know it will bore me to tears. No, I mean, the reason I say that is it won't launch.
No.
Because you have to send it a memo that it wants to go. Oh. Right. The turbo lag is atrocious. you pull out from a junction in my car, and you sort of think, oh God, I'm not going to make it. it's terrible. Oh dear. I miss the Mini. I really do. Don't get me wrong, the Audi is an epic cruiser.
Yeah.
When it's going, it's phenomenal. It's just pulling out of junctions.
It would just take you a quarter mile to get there.
You put your foot down and go, come on, come on, come on.
So, Steve Metcalf with Blue Steel looking for a 16.40. Martin Ayton looking for a 15.45. He goes 15.89 and a 16.34.
Not as bad as when I lined up with Luke Stevenson and we had that match race.
Oh, yeah.
And I came up to the line in the transporter and I went into stage and the automatic stop-start kicked in. And switched the engine off. Oh, and a 0.8 light. It was so funny. I still got round him, but oh God, embarrassed or what?
So, Phil Jones with the Dragon Wagon. I've just noticed as well, he's actually got a dragon on the door. I didn't know that before. 15.09 is the dial-in for him. And Polly Judge in the TT gang. Halfway to Hell, isn't it? That's a quite cool name for a car. 16.41 is the dial-in. Bill going to get there first. Goes 15.23. No improvement for him. However, Polly Judge moves herself up to the number 9 spot.
Right, we're doing a TT and Lupo count. So how many have we been through?
We've had one TT.
Yeah.
And we've had one Lupo.
So far.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's another TT there.
There's another TT here. Right, okay. And we have a 69 Beetle in the Kestrel Beer Lane.
Promise.
I promise. It's called the White Pearl. It's Connor Jones driving it.
It's not even white.
What's actually there is a hologram.
Oh, okay, I see, yeah. It would be funny if it actually was a 1.6, though. Because at least then one of the things would be right.
No, I think you'll find that's a 2 litre.
So, John with Takacat 2. That's hard to say for me. 15.36. No improvement, and no improvement for Connor either. Lorraine Large, the nurse, with the Beetle.
Where they're going with the dial-in list. I think I'm a bit more hopeful with the 1545.
Thing is, I know for a fact, Trevor's listening to us. I can see him, look.
Oh, dear. I need to have a catch-up with Trev later on. He's top bloke. He really is. I tell you what, he gave me a team shirt, and he'll be wanting it back if I insulted too much. Oh, dear.
Steve Stone in the
let's
other
have a
lane.
look. Steve Stone, dialing a 1371. And tonight's raffle ticket number is 1545.
If she runs this number now, you've got to get the largest. Done.
72. Ooh. Oh, she moves up from 16 to 11, though. Steve Stone goes up 20 to 19.
Next one, he's going to dial in a 6 just to spite you. Caitlin Wilson in the Misdemeanor Havoc Beetle from Scarborough. Dials 17.35. Jerry Sadlow. Looking for a 15.51.
Ooh.
There's a gear there somewhere, Caitlin. Don't worry about it. No one saw. So 15.51 goes 15.51 with the 5.
Get in then. Into number 1 with that one. That's the way to do it.
Right, we've got another TT here.
Oh. That's Paul Robinson, the number 1. Proudly displayed on the car from his championship win. That's right, he's won more than one championship as well.
And Jordan Clark doing his absolute best to hide his car from us, even though he has painted it day glow yellow. 006 light I just noticed as well for Paul. Goes 14.71 breakout at 13.87 breakout in both lanes.
Oh, Lupo.
Yeah, one of my gang.
Firework display from Golfy McGolfface. I love it. Nigel Gregson. Dialing in 3041. Danny Bean 1380 with a Lupo.
Well, they launched together. It was a second after the green light came on, but they definitely launched together. .41 goes to 13.70 and a 14.47.
Oh, one each on this one.
Oh no, I think you're ahead.
A TT and a Lupo.
Oh, and there's another Lupo coming around as well. Oh, not Lupo, sorry, TT. Right, this whoever's driving this out, I think your name's Reese. Just put a Lupo badge on it for me, please.
Right, Paul O'Donnell. And Reese Finney. 1390 plays 1715.
I tell you what, that was a meaningful launch from the TT then. So the dial in 13.90. 13.83 is the run, 17.15, 16.79 is the run. Breakout Central. Yeah, so Reese, can you just stick a Lupo badge on that for me, please? In fact, you're pitted right next to Io. I'm going to stick one on. And that's Karen Waterhouse in the Kestrel B lane. 14.80 is the dial in. 15.20 for the Cupra. Right, what's the final count then, Colin?
Oh, is it? That's it. It's 5-3 to the TTs.
Oh, no.
Plus, you got the interloper in Sportsman ET as well.
No, they don't count. I've decided.
Oh, okay. All right, the reserve then.
Yeah. they can be first alternate.
Yeah. $15.20 for Karen. Moves up
15.22 for Reese, though.
Yeah,
moves him up to the number 4 spot.
Nicely done.
If you squint, that one sort of looks like a Lupo. No, it doesn't even if you squint. Hazel Carter with Patricia. The Passat. 14.50 is the dial-in.
Still Vincent's birthday tomorrow, don't forget. Well, Rob Carter set a PB in Percy the Passat earlier on today. Let's see what Hazel can do. 14.42 breakout. She goes quick, but stays in the number 17 spot. Once again, right, move on to VW Pro. Ed Keach and Luke Stevenson. Now, Luke did message me earlier on. Let's see if I can get Luke's actual message up.
Is it something about he can't find third?
He basically says, engine good, driver rusty. But main issue is the slave cylinder needs adjusting, and it's something we cannot do this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I'll get a gear, maybe not.
Well, he looks like he's got a gear.
I can only change gear really slowly and pray.
He's under power. Well, it's not going to be a 12.99, but it's going to be a better run number 4. 12.53 for Ed. Stays number 8. Luke stays number 12. Danielle Coppin and Ian Dale. Earlier on, Ian was the fastest bull rider in history. This thing was backwards, forwards off the line. He's looking for a 12.90. Danielle looking for a 12.00. She ran an 11 earlier in the golf. Yeah, a much softer launch for Ian this time. Danielle is long gone into the distance. And another 11.
Oh, that's unfair. 11.98 on the 12 dialing. Oh, that's how they both broke out.
Graham Fairhead and James Gould. James given in. Stuck a 9.91 on the board, which means no doubt he's going to run a 9.90 this run. Graham looking for a 10.06. Little bit of track adjustment for James, backing him up, putting him in the groove. Crew just letting him know that the parachute pin has been pulled. So Graham goes in. James building the boost. He's in. Well, red light start for Graham. James has already gone round him. What's going to be 9.91 again? 9.93 this time, and a 10.64 for Graham. He moves up to the number 3 spot. James stays number 1. Jake Fronter and Abby Tether, 10.82. And an 11.99, he's done it. He's gone for the 11 dialing. Just waiting for one of the cars to clear the top end. Pick your golf R. Do you want the blue one, or do you want... What colour is that? Like a bronzy gold. I'm sure it's got some official name. So 11.99 the dial-in goes. 11.92? How has he done that?
He'll take it.
A 12.85 and a 12.82 dial for Abby. She moves to number 3. And here we go then. Dave Crowhurst with the Black Wanger Beetle and the Blackcurrant Beetle of the Young family. Sam Young in the pilot seat. So 1 Subaru power, 1 electric power. Huge mile an hour from Blackcurrant earlier. And no wheel spin this time, but he's off the power, unfortunately.
Oh.
Moving over to the side. Dave looking for a 10 flat, goes 10.60. Oh, sorry, 10.20 darling, he goes 10.60. Unfortunately, issues for Sam Young with Blackcurrant 4. It was a lovely looking launch. He's obviously spotted something in the car. He's indicating off the track.
Yeah, takes the turn off. No problem at all. It's almost synchronised turn off there, actually, as the Wanger goes on at the top end and Sam takes the first exit.
James Hosson with the Mark II Golf looking for a 10.99. And Ollie Whitehouse looking for an 11.30 with the Beetle. Another one of these cars that sort of leaped off the line earlier. I do love the golf of James Hodson. Launches the line spectacularly. And the jacket has made a reappearance. It's back. It's on the line with Ollie Whitehouse. Oh, the car thinking about making a move, but Ollie expertly wrestles it back straight. James goes 10.99 with a 9. Oh. Your new number 1 qualifier is James Hodson. 10.99 with a 9. Bang on the number.
Nicely done. Luke.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I loved the banter between you two about the Lupos and the TTs. In fact, at the VWDRC AGM, we actually have a trophy for Lupro ET,
Yeah.
which is the fastest Lupo of the year.
Oh, what's the date for that, Luke? Have we got a date?
So, Reese Finney with the Lupo and Connor Jones with the 69 Beetle, I promise. It's definitely not a Passat estate. Reese looking for a 16.92, misses it completely. Connor looking for a 16.85 and misses that one as well.
See, the downside to racing is I've not had any on-track footage. And I was going to come down and do some on-track footage ready for VWDRCTV. And I was like, well, it's just a bit pointless to have a whole 2 days of nothing. And then all of a sudden, here's the final qualifier of VW Sportsman. But after the qualifying in VW Pro, I was like, I've got to come down and watch because obviously things are rather tight in VW Sportsman.
Yeah?
Well, we have prize fund all the way down to 5th place, and 5th place takes home £250.
Oh, nice.
And down to about 10th can take that amount.
So Jordan Clark looking for a 13.85, goes 13.78. Breakout. Thomas Circuit also breaks out.
I was literally in the pairing lanes right now, and everyone was like, oh, the sun's going down. And I was like, breakout central coming up.
Yeah.
Adjust your dial-ins to suit.
Well, it wasn't as bad as this morning when everyone was breaking out by nearly half a second.
That's pretty good going. I wish I could break out.
Nigel Gregg with the Audi A6 and Steve Metcalf with the Blue Steel Baja Bug. Steve looking for a 16.37. Nigel looking for a 15.65. 90.62, that's close. And a 16.35 is also close. However, both broke out. Lorraine Large, and I'm sure Trevor's just guessed again with the dial-in. Yeah.
I love Trevor. He's such a cool guy.
15.68 this time.
See, it was literally Trevor that I was talking to in the lanes, and when I said it, I was like, breakout.
Right, so
He's like,
so
no.
come on, let's dial Lorraine in. I'm going 15.47.
I'm going to go with a 15.72.
15.53.
15.53. Okay. Let's see who's closest.
So Paul O'Donnell in
Let's
the
see
other
who Lorraine's new team manager is after this one.
Yeah. Random number generator, I think that's who it's going to be.
Paul should get there first with a 13.93. Lorraine 15.36. It was me. I was closest.
What did you dial?
15.47.
Oh, so still broke out though.
Yeah. We all got it wrong.
15.36 was the number, just for anyone that's watching online. It was us like just going, whoa.
Yeah, we missed that one.
Oh, dear.
In the other lane, 13.93.
So, Polly Judge, she's currently 4th in the championship.
Yeah, Lorraine is the most inconsistent car out there.
Yeah, she is definitely
really does.
consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
Maybe she should bring a trophy out for that. the most inconsistent driver. I mean, obviously, we already have the red light trophy, so
Yeah.
we celebrate our. No, I don't want to say losers, but
I wish that was the trophy when I was in juniors. I'd have won that hands down.
it used to be a trophy at the SBRC dinner and dance.
Oh, did it?
Oh dear.
So where's Polly judging points?
She's currently 4th in points.
Okay, she's only 13 number qualifier. Dialed in 16.41. Martin Ayton in the other lane. Breaks out. An improvement for Polly, however, doesn't move. Because we've got a unique issue of there's a seagull who looks like he's trying to land on the track.
Wow.
Somebody left some chips around somewhere.
Well, we did have a run with you wrong the other week where we had a seagull swoop down and John Bean hit it mid-run.
Oh, he did.
Took
didn't he?
it out.
Yeah. It looked like a meringue.
Oh, it
after
was literally. It was like, what is that? And I was like, that was the bird. It's like, one down.
So 13.80, 14.11. Break out one side, slow the other. I'll tell you what, you're saying the story about John Bean. It's not as bad as the one that got launched in the air by Kevin Kent.
That's true.
Poor thing was flying over.
Or his wheel toss Olympics champion record. I don't think anyone's ever going to beat that. He has thrown the wheel the furthest down the quarter mile.
No.
I know Stig threw one into the pits.
Stig's done that.
Yeah, that was out of bounds. We don't count that. Right, Paula Robinson, our current second in the championship. Currently our reigning champion as well. Taking on Caitlin Wilson. She's one of our racers in the top 10 in the hunt for a top 5 prize. 14.69. I think Paul has broken out on every run and he does again. Oh. 17.30 for Caitlin.
So, Reese Taylor. I believe he's only 17 years old driving this car.
Oh, we've got so many. We're basically nicking the youthful drivers. We've got them all. And that's how Lupo ET has come round so well, because we're picking up £100 Lupos and get kids. I think last year we had like 4 16 and 17-year-old racers.
Oh, that's cool.
Because literally as soon as you're 16-year-old, you can get an MSA license and drive a road car in competition.
Gotcha.
And we know once we've got them hooked, they're hooked for life. Right, 14.30 and a 14.19. A big improvement for Steve Stone, 21-7.
Now, I'm pretty sure Nigel does this on purpose. He waits until no one's paying attention and then goes on the two-step under the tower to make us all jump.
He's been doing that in the pits as well.
So, Hazel Carter with Patricia the Patat looking for a 14.40. 13.41 for Golfy but Golface. Well, Hazel was sort of bouncing off the line then. So 13.41 is the number. 13.20 is what's on the board. Improvement for Hazel. She goes to number 7 with a 14.49.
Drag Racer's favourite number, 13.20. That was a good run.
It would have been a better run if he'd have dialed a 13.20.
Well, this is true. This is true.
So John Gallant with Taco Cat 2. Which apparently it's a Rocco. It doesn't look like a Scirocco.
No, he raced the Scirocco in his first year, and now he's bought the Audi TT. So technically, he just needs updating on.
Okay.
That's probably just on his profile on the SPLC website. But
yeah,
this is his main race car now.
Okay. Philip Jones with the Dragon Wagon A3, looking for a 15.09. Goes 15.12. He moves to number 5. No improvement, unfortunately, in the other lane.
And the last car of the day, Jerry Sadler, your number 1 qualifier. He can't be moved from there now.
Who did that?
Who did what?
His phone went off.
How unprofessional. Watch the racing. Jerry Sadler looking for a 15.50. He's currently number 1. That's doing him a whole lot of help in the championship. And this time goes 15.59. If he can keep that going tomorrow, he'll be happy.